Hello again, and more news from in and around Kirklees with me, Dave Hodgson. This is KLTV with all the week's top stories. The headlines: a local MP has ruled himself out as a future leader of the Labour Party. Kirklees votes solidly for Brexit. In a bid to encourage more victims of domestic abuse to come forward, a local woman has spoken out. Is the NHS in Kirklees and Calderdale as poor as it would like you to believe? And are the Zeppelins still out to bomb Waterloo and Armonbury? Kirklees gave an emphatic thumbs up to pulling out of Europe last Thursday. The vote count was 54.7% to leave, with just 45.3% voting to stay in the EU. UK-wide, it has caused much political intrigue and feather flying. Already, the Scottish National Party are threatening to have another, shall we call it, Screxit referendum, with a view to leaving the UK and staying with Europe. Sinn Féin, opening up old wounds of doggedly trying to unite Ireland again. David Cameron is already yesterday's man, and the Labour Party are so confused they're going around stabbing one another in the front. On the coattails of this, Kirklees MP Barry Shearman has vehemently denied he will in any way seek the Labour Party leadership, even if Jeremy Corbyn steps aside. Speaking on Radio Leeds, Mr Shearman gave a fairly clear view of his feelings. He commented that Labour had made a pretty dismal attempt at getting people out to vote, and said he had personally begged the leader, Jeremy Corbyn, to use more passion and commitment, but it was all too little too late, as proved by almost all of the shadow cabinet now resigning after the sacking of Hilary Benn. A local woman who wishes to remain anonymous has spoken out in support of a West Yorkshire-wide campaign to tackle violent behaviour. Police have chosen to launch an appeal during the Euro 2016 football tournament after statistics have shown that this problem increases substantially during major sporting events. The woman said that she never saw herself as a victim until the violence escalated and she was left with serious injuries. Detective Superintendent Darren Milton said that there is still a taboo around domestic violence, and he wants all those suffering it to take courage and come forward and report it. He promised lots of help, support, advice and counselling, and everyone would be protected from anyone wishing them harm.
However large or small your business, attracting new customers requires dedication and a lot of patience. Just like fishing, but you also need the right gear. Rods,
reels, lines, hooks, sinkers, lures, tackle box, tackle bag, net, bait, gas gloves, clothes, pocket knife, wrench.
Or you could simply advertise with KLTV. Online, grow your business and your clientele. KLTV, your vision made reality. Should have gone to KLTV.
Just how cash-strapped is Kirklees NHS? hot on the heels of a new story which has found that Kirklees health bosses are sitting on a fortune as annual salaries for top executives have been announced. It revealed that not a single member was paid less than £100,000 per annum in the 2015-16 period. And now comes the news that they are to hire top lawyers to assist them win the A&E closure fight, without setting a budget for the legal fees, which could escalate into hundreds of thousands of pounds. Huddersfield and Calderdale's CCG, that's Clinical Commissioning Group to you and me, have approached London-based blue-chip law firm Dack Beechcroft to fight their corner. Meanwhile, solicitors firm Irwin Mitchell will take up the case on behalf of the Hands Off HRI consortium. No doubt that will cause some consternation. And finally, residents of Waterloo, Dalton and Almondbury could have been forgiven for thinking they'd been whisked back to the First World War when a large blimp-shaped balloon made a break for freedom from estate agents' cornerstones. It apparently left its moorings on Saturday night, those being at Denby Dale, cleared Almondbury, but was snagged by a very brave telegraph pole on Wakefield Road, Waterloo, where it remained and proceeded to make a nuisance of itself, bouncing around. It made another desperate and successful bit to escape and was last seen flying off in the general direction of Belgium. If you have any comment to make on these and any other stories, send them via email to info@kirkleeslocaltv.com or look us up on Facebook and Twitter. That's the KLTV news this week. This is Dave Hodgson on behalf of the news desk and crew signing off. Remember, more news next week at the same time. Looking forward to seeing you then. Look after your health and goodbye.